Red shirts rule, but when it's Green Arrow's 80th anniversary, you put the hoodie on anyway. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and today's latest edition of Cover By. I'm Magic Lasso. Thanks for joining me. In a moment, my buddies, Cookie from Just a Little Podcast and Comics for Thomas will be joining me as we say bye to the cover we like least from Green Arrow, Volume 4, Issue number 12. I guess I'll kick everything off on this volume today. So we take a look at the A cover. And okay, it's interesting. There's a lot of green going on in this cover. First of all, you have Green Arrow right there in the center. You have Swamp Thing behind him. And then even up above, you have an ad for the Green Lantern movie. Lots of green going on with this cover. So this cover does intrigue me. I mean, Green Arrow and Swamp Thing aren't two characters that I usually associate with one another. So why is Swamp Thing behind him kind of brooding like? Is there going to be some type of drama between the two of those? It piques curiosity in me. Exactly what is the nature that brought the two of these characters together? So my curiosity is piqued with that. Now, I'll say, at least in the beginning, I was a bigger Black Canary fan than I was a Green Arrow fan. But it was the CW TV shows that changed that. Actually, I probably would say even with Smallville, because when we saw Green Arrow become a regular on the Smallville TV show, I kind of got into the Green Arrow character more. And then when Arrow was spun off into his own show, different actor than from Smallville, I really did enjoy the Arrow show and the Arrowverse. The early seasons of Arrow were really enjoyable to me. And actually, I've had the pleasure of meeting two Green Arrows. I have met Justin Hartley, and I have met Stephen Amell. I've met him actually a couple times. So very nice guys, too. So I definitely say that the TV portrayals of Green Arrow have gotten me much more interested in this character. So we've taken a look at the A cover, and we're going to switch our attention now to the B cover. So I look at this, and this actually reminds me more a little bit of storyboarding, like what you might see an episode of Arrow storyboarded like in the production department. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. I think it's a bold move to use panels on a cover. And when someone uses panels on a cover, I either think it turns out fantastic or it completely, pun intended, misses the mark. So it's an interesting cover. It doesn't tell me a whole lot about the story. So we don't see any Swamp Thing at all in this panel B cover. Now, a lot of the variant B covers don't show you or take more liberties of just making a more poster-ish style cover and then leave the storytelling to the issue to the A cover, the main cover. So that's kind of what my thoughts are looking at both the A and the B covers. I'll let you know which one I'm going to pick in a minute, but first I want to see what my panel, my good friends, think of these covers. And let's start with Cookie from Just a Little Podcast.
So you got two covers here. Green Arrow, issue 12, Brightest Night. I mean, that cover is pretty sweet on cover A, and B is pretty solid as well. I mean, overall, it's pretty enjoyable. I actually just picked up a few Brightest Day myself not too long ago, so I'm going to be diving into that book pretty soon. However, with cover A and cover B of Green Arrow, you got Swamp Thing on cover A, and then it's pretty gorgeous. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty sweet. I love the detail in it. You have cover B, which is very classic, very mild. You have him in the sky, kind of like jumping up. You have the arrow. You have different panels. Overall, both A and B are going to be really, really solid picks, no matter which one you pick. But I'm going to be picking cover.
Whoa there with that pick, Cookie. Before we take that from you, we want to get some thoughts on these covers from Comics for Thomas.
Okay, so we are doing Green Arrow, Volume 4, Issue number 12. Obviously, we have two issues. The first issue that you should see right about around here. I'm not the biggest DC collector. I am a DC fan. I know there's a fine line between those two things. Obviously, we have Green Arrow here, and we have Swamp Thing. I don't know. I honestly, I know who Swamp Thing is, but I don't know a lot about Swamp Thing. In regards to Green Arrow, I've watched some of the show that was on for a bit, but I've never really had any Green Arrow comics. So, it's a cool looking cover. Obviously, I don't really have a lot to say about this one or the characters. So now we've got here is the variant cover. I really like this cover, and I don't like panels on covers. I hate bubble words on covers. Sorry to get that out there, but I'm not a huge fan of panels, and this one does it for me. I love it's very, very simple. I love the green that's going in there, obviously with Green Arrow. So going to be a little tough to for you to figure out which one I'm going to end up picking, but we shall see.
Okay, so that's what the panel is thinking. But what is the panel picking? For me, I like both of them actually, but I'm going to go with the B cover on this one. I just think, as I said, panels either really work or they don't work. In this case, I think it does work. Even though it doesn't tell me a whole lot about the story, I like it. And it's just different than what you see a lot of covers look like. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm drawn to it. And I think that's the reason why I'm going to pick the B cover. So let's see what the boys are going to pick. Once again, here is Cookie from Just a Little Podcast.
So honestly, I got to go with cover A. Cover A really does kill it. There's vibrant colors in there, a lot going on. But what really, really pops out is Swamp Thing in the background, kind of just like hovering over Green Arrow. I think that's so sick. I think they did a great job on cover A. I got to go for cover A.
So obviously, if you could tell by my descriptions, I am going with B. Obviously, like I said, that it's just a fantastic cover. I would buy that cover if I saw it. It reminds me of some Iron Fist covers, or maybe something like, or Scarlet Witch or something. There's some Marvel comics that I've seen very, very similar to that one. I love what they've done with it. Yeah, great job to the artists. So.
Well, look at that. Comics for Thomas picked the B cover, so by cover A, you're out of here. B is the pick. And I will say I was surprised. I wasn't expecting Comics for Thomas to pick the B cover. I thought he was going to go with the A cover. Just kind of what I thought. So B is winning it this time. That's what we got for today's cover by. Which one do you pick and why? Leave a comment below and let me know. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up because that's always appreciated. And share this video, share the channel with someone that you think might enjoy this as well. Thank you so much for your support on my channel and with this Cover By series. We'll be back in 2 weeks. And you know what? We're going to talk about Loki. We're going to do a Loki comic book for our next Cover By. So join us then. Until then, take care and have a great rest of your day.